yours truly, Mr. Steven, and welcome to the Steven Factor. That's right, I'm going to do a review of the greatest shows of all time. It is a Law and Order premiere event review. So, this is a 3 hour crossover movie, and they're trying to do something like the original broadcast of the crossover movie. So, I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but if you've been watching last night's show, I'm going to tell you that crossover movie was spectacular. We have Grosgrove, Stabler, Benson, and all the Law and Order universe are decided to join forces trying to capture that pimp and trying to save all these victims from sex trafficking. And what I thought about this 3 hour crossover is completely great. Um, it's like a 3 hour movie, and they trying to do a storyline come together with no theme song whatsoever. But um, but there's a little introduction that it needs a little bit of ideas. The title, for instance. Now, during under the beginning, when Quasquo's trying to chase the killer, everything is pitch black, and you see those um, name, three logos with the same name. We have Law and Order, the original, Special Victims Unit, and Organized Crime. Now, these are the three mothership franchise with the same name, and we don't know. They decided they had to leave it like so because it is a 3 hour storyline. I think that they need to pick another title like Law and Order presents Give Me Shelter, or Law and Order Universe presents Give Me Shelter. Um, that might be a good title, but I think that those three logos know that what these shows were about. We have the names of the text from the first hour, the second hour, and the third hour. But um, I shouldn't. Well, I should say this, that maybe if they need to like roll the credits on an introduction and no credits on the second hour and the third hour, because people, they know who they really are. So that's how it goes. Um, now let's do a little bit of summary. Frank Grosgrove, I mean, he is like a good cop, man. I mean, he's like a Stabler type. He knew that he found his victim, like a 15-year-old woman, and then he's trying to grab the cops. He said he's not going to leave her, and then the ambulance showed up. They told him to move. This kingpin decided to shot her into her brains, and now he knew that something is really going wrong, and he knew something's happening. Um, he has his new partner as well, and everything seems pretty alright though. Now, since Grosso becomes a new leader, and in this detective scene, but I think he's a good role about that. But all of a sudden, Stabler showed up, and he wants to just want to let you know this is his case. So he's definitely going to mess it up, And this is a first hour of the Organized Crime. That's where it all started. It's not a Law and Order. Okay, this is the organized crime, the third season, and that's how it started. So Stabler showed up at least like almost like 5 to 10 minutes or so, and we finally to see Stabler, see how he's doing. So at the same time, he's looking for the CI named Vince, and he's trying to do something in the favor. Then they went to this nightclub, and Sir, I think Sergio, I think, yeah, Sergio owns the nightclub, and Vince is trying to use the download on his cell phone. And at the same time, he beats him up, and he's never do that again. Stabler founds it. They have the evidence. Stabler met his former partner and the captain, Olivia Benson, and now this is an SVU second hour as well. So the second hour of SVU was action packed. You know, back in the SVU days, they always talking about rape, incest, so many sexual jesters, all kind of stuff. But I think the SVU is taking down. I think SVU is bringing up to the next level. Okay, but like I said, this is a 3 hour crossover movie. Okay, it's like you were all over the place. Um, the action pack was great, and I really really loved it. How they doing? They join forces, both organized crime, SVU, and the original Law and Order. They join forces, and they look and see they went somewhere in this location at Wall Street and everything, and they looking for some, and they looking Sergio. But before that, I want to show you something else. On this second hour SVU, we have Jet. We have Jet and Stabler. They want to send Vince to Sergio's lair, and they went out in the basement. Everything went static, and Stabler was very nervous about him. He's very curious about him as well, because he is a right hand man. And Jen just find out there's some of the clues about what is he looking for, and even is static as well. So she found she just find out to talk to Elliot that there is a shovel there, and there is a big concrete there with a hole. It's called a foundation. And Stabler just realized that it's a hit. So he said, "It's a hit. We gotta move." And all of a sudden, Vince just ran. Sergio's trying to chase after him. They punch him up. He punched him up, and he shot him into pieces. And he's gone. He is very angry about it. He was very upset about it. And we knew that it's up to SVU and the OC will get the second chance and team up the original Law and Order. So this is where the action is, somewhere in Wall Street. And they found a big bomb somewhere under the building, in the parking garage. So we have a new detective. He found the bomb, and it's going down like 3 minutes. And let me tell you something. That bomb is completely big. It's completely huge, and it's very difficult to cut off the wires, because if you want to cut the wires in 3 minutes, we don't know exactly what is really going on. So they tell them to evacuate it right now because there's no way we need to cut this bomb right now. So everyone is evacuated as soon as possible, and all of a sudden, boom, the whole building has been exploded. Then Crossroad and Stabler got the guy, they arrested him, and they said, thank you. Yeah. And Crossroad said to Stabler, thank you. And yeah. Uh, yeah, I think these two guys really definitely get along just fine. Hopefully in the near future. And now we have Price, we have McCoy, the Law and Order, that's the third hour. And they have some clues, but also they know that guy who was responsible for this. So we knew that Price became as the second year as a lawyer, and you know he tried his best. You know he's trying to make this thing happen, but he did. They arrest these guys. 20 years in prison for Sagrio. 20 years because justice is served. And now, meanwhile, back when they were started, Frank Rusco talked to his daughter and talking about what they do and what they do how to protect the city. And even at the end, just want to let you know, Amanda Warrens has been shot during the third hour of Law and Order. But the good news is she is alright. So that's amazing. God bless her. And District Attorney Crossy just rushing to see Liv and see what's going on, and he loves her so much too. He really loves her so much. So like I said, they're at the end. She's alright. Crossy was in the hospital with her. She's in good hands, but we don't know exactly when she's going to leave the SVU on this in the beginning of the season. Liv is communicating with the victim as well. And, yes, the camera just go up on the air, and you can see the scene of the Empire State Building in Manhattan. And I think that wraps up of the 3-hour crossover movie. And this is pretty amazing. I really loved it. I really loved the storyline, how it's going, and it is a fun time to see all these characters come together. And that's it. And I think that wraps up today's episode. If you will learn more about this channel, please hit the subscribe button and check and click the notification bell to see one of my latest videos, and hit the like button as well too. So that's the most important. This is yours truly, Mr. Steven, aka The Legend, saying Dolo para la familia, and thank you for watching the Steven Factor. One love. Peace. Thank you.